dear students. Once again, welcome back to mathematics class. First of all, I wish you a happy new year. Today, we are moving to chapter 5, decimals.
Children, are you familiar with decimal numbers? No, I think so. So we will learn what are decimal numbers. A decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. Here we have the decimal number 35.26. This black color point is called the decimal point, or in other words we can say that the dot in a decimal number is called a decimal point. Before the decimal point we have the whole number part or whole part of the decimal number, and after the decimal point we have fractional part or decimal part. On the left side of the decimal point we have 5. This 5 is in ones place, and before 5 we have the number 3. This 3 is in tens place. Then after this decimal point we have the number 2. This number 2 is in 10th place, and 6 is in 100th place. Every number which is on the left side of the decimal is 10 times bigger than the previous number, and every number which is after the decimal is 10 times smaller. Children, just as place value chart for whole numbers, we have a place value chart for decimals also. This is the place value chart of decimal numbers. In the middle we can see a decimal point. Then on the left side of the decimal point we have ones, tens and hundreds. Then on the right side of the decimal point we have tens, hundreds and thousands. Now let us see how 758.239 is represented in a place value chart. In the middle we can see a decimal point. Then on the left side of the decimal point we have ones. In ones we have 8. Then on tens place we have 5, and in hundreds place we have 7. Here 758 is called the whole number part of the decimal number. Then on the right side of the decimal point we have tens, hundreds and thousands. On 10th place we have 2. Then on the hundreds place we have 3, and in thousands place we have 9. Here 239 is known as the decimal part of the decimal number. Children, next we are going to learn how to read and write decimal numbers. The digits after the decimal point are to be read separately. Once again, the digits after the decimal point are to be read separately. Here the given number is read as 7.5. Here the given number is read as 73.45. Children, we can't read it as 73.45. It is wrong because the digits after the decimal point should be read separately. The given number can be read as 210.403. Here we can't read it as 210.403.
What is a tenth? We can draw a rectangle to represent one whole. We can then divide the rectangle into 10 equal parts. Colouring one of the 10 parts gives us the fraction 1/10. We can also write 1/10 as the decimal number 0.1. We can show 1/10 on a place value chart. There are 0 ones and 1/10. Write as a decimal. The whole has been divided into 10 equal parts, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the parts are coloured. 6/10 are coloured. We can also write this as the decimal 0.6. We can show 6/10 on a place value chart. There are 0 ones and 6/10. What is a hundredth? We can draw a square to represent one whole. We can then divide the square into 100 equal parts. Colouring one of the 100 parts gives us the fraction 1/100th. We can also write 1/100th as the decimal number 0.01. We can show 100th on a place value chart. There are 0 ones, 0 tenths, and 100th. Write as a decimal. The whole has been divided into 100 equal parts. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 parts are coloured. 35 hundredths are coloured. We can also write this as the decimal 0.35. We can show 35 hundredths on a place value chart. There are 0 ones, 3 tenths, and 5 hundredths. What is a thousandth? We can draw a square to represent one whole. We can then divide the square into 100 equal parts. Dividing one of the smaller squares into 10 equal parts gives us thousandths. Colouring one part shows 1/1000th. We can also write 1/1000th as the decimal number 0.001. We can show 1/1000th on a place value chart. There are 0 ones, 0 tenths, 0 hundredths, and 1/1000th. Write as a decimal. The whole has been divided into 1,000 equal parts. Let's count the number of coloured parts. 100, 200, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 260, 261, 262, 263. 263 parts are coloured. 263 thousandths are coloured. We can also write this as the decimal 0.263. We can show 263 thousandths on a place value chart. There are 0 ones, 2 tenths, 6 hundredths, and 3 thousandths.
Children, moving to the topic, writing a fraction as decimal. Here, 1 by 10 is a fraction. We have to write this fraction as a decimal. For that, first we have to write the numerator. Here 1 is the numerator. Then we have to count the number of zeros in the denominator. Here how many zeros are here? Yes, we have 1. That means we have to count 1 digit to the right of the numerator and we have to put 1 dot. Then we have to put 0. That means 1 by 10 equal to 0.1. Then next number 19 by 10. So we have to write this 19 by 10 as a decimal. For that, first we have to write the numerator. Then we have to count the number 0. How many zeros are here? Yes, we have only 1. So we have to put 1 point here. That means 19 by 10 equal to 1.9. The next number 23 by 100. Here we have to convert this 23 by 100 to decimal. For that, first we have to write the numerator, then count the number of zeros 1, 2. So we have to count 1, 2. Then we have to put the dot. That means 23 by 100 equal to point. You can write 0.23. Then next one 1 by 100. We have to convert this 1 by 100 into decimal. First we have to write the numerator 1. Then we have to count the number of zeros. How many zeros are here? Yes, we have 2 zeros. And since here we have only 1 digit, we have to put 1 zero also. Then put the dot 0. That means 1 by 100 equal to 0.01. Then next one 323 by 1000. Here, first we have to write the numerator, that is 323. Then we have to count the number of zeros in the denominator. Here we have 3 zeros. Then from the right we have to put one dot. 1, 2, 3. After 3 we have to put one dot, then 0. That means 323 by 1000 equal to 0.323. Then one more. 4257 by 1000. Here first we have to write the numerator, that is 4257. Then count the number of zeros. Here 1, 2, 3. Then from 1, 2, 3 we have to place one dot. That means 4257 by 1000 equal to 4.257. I think it is clear. We have to count the number of zeros in the numerator. Then we have to count that digit to the right of the numerator and put the decimal. Then children, moving to the next topic, number name. You have to write the number name of the decimal numbers. Consider one decimal number, 242.21. So we have to write the number name. Is 242.21. So this is the number name of 242.21. Then next number 78.021. So we have to write 78.021. And one more, 321.721. So 321.721. Children, moving to next topic, expanded form of decimal. Expanded form means it is the way to write the numbers as the sum of the place values of its digits in order. We already learned how to write the expanded form of whole numbers. Now we will learn how we are writing the expanded form of decimal numbers. Here one decimal number is given, that is 356.23. Now we can write the place values. Here one is ones, tens, hundreds. Now after decimal we have tens and here hundreds. So we have to write the expanded form of this decimal number. You know that the place value of 3 is 300. Then 300 plus 50 plus 6 plus. Then after decimal it is 10th place. So that is 2 by 10 plus 3 by 100. And we can write it as 300 plus 50 plus 6 plus this 2 by 100 can be converted into decimal as 0.2 plus. Then 3 by 100 equal to 0.03. The expanded form of 356.23 is 300 plus 50 plus 6 plus 0.2 plus 0.03. Then consider another decimal number, that is 108.28. Here we have ones, tens, hundreds. Here tens and hundreds. So first we have to write the place value of 1, that is 100 plus 0 plus 8 plus. Then 2 by 10 plus 8 by 100, that is equal to 100 plus 0 plus 8 plus. This 2 by 100 can, 2 by 10 can be written as 0.2 plus. Then 8 by 100 can be written as 0.08. Then one more question, that is 728.39. So So we have to write the expanded form of this decimal number. That is 700 plus 20 plus 8 plus 3 by 10 plus 9 by 100. That is equal to 700 plus 0 plus 8 plus 3 by 10 can written as 0.3 plus 9 by 100 can written as 0.09. That means the expanded form of 728.39 is 700 plus 0 plus 8 plus 0.3 plus 0.09. Next, moving to short form of decimal. Consider this expanded form of a decimal number. Here we have to convert this into short form. That is question 700 plus 30 plus 9 plus 4 by 10 plus 2 by 100. So, when we add all these, we will get 739. Then plus 4 by 10 plus 2 by 100. We know that this is the whole part and this is the fractional part. So, here we can convert this fraction to decimals. That is 739 plus 4 by 10 can be written as 0.4 plus 2 by 100 can be written as 0.02. And when we add all these, we will get 739.42. So the short form of this expanded form is 739.42. Next expanded form is 800 plus 30 plus 9 plus 2 by 100. So we have to write the short form. That means 800 plus 30 plus 9 is 839 plus 2 by 100. This 2 by 100 can be written as 0.02. Then we can write the short form as 839 point. Here in 1/10th place there is no number. So we have to put 0 then 2. And the short form is 839.02. Then consider another number 700 plus 0 plus 8 plus 3 by 1000. When we add this, we got 708 plus 3 by 1000. That is equal to 708 plus this 3 by 1000 can be written as 0.003. Then here 708 then in 1/10th place there is no number, so we have to put one 0, and in 100th place we have no number, so put one more 0, then put 3. That is the short form is 708.003. Next topic is like and unlike decimals. Then decimals with equal number of digits after the decimal point is known as like decimals. Once again, decimal with equal number of digits after decimal point are called like decimal. Here some examples are here. That is 2.17, then 32.32, then 89.13. Here we have 2 digits after decimal. Here also 2 digits. Here also 2 digits. That means all the decimal numbers are like decimals. Then unlike decimal means decimals with unequal number of digits after decimal point. Once again, decimals with unequal number of digits after the decimal point is known as unlike decimals. Here examples are 7.1, 3.23, 5.278. Here we have only 1 digit. Here we have 2 digits. Here we have 3 digits. That means it is unequal number of digits after the decimal point. That means these decimals are unlike decimals. Then children, we can convert these unlike decimals to like decimals by adding 0 to the extreme right of the decimal number. Once again, we can convert these unlike decimals to like decimals by adding 0 to the extreme right of the decimal number. Here, some decimal numbers are given. These are unlike decimals. So we have to convert these unlike decimals to decimals. For that, Here 71.23. No change. Here we have 2 digits. Here we have 1 digit. Here we have 2 digits. So these are like fraction. This is not like fraction. So we have to convert this unlike fraction to like fraction by putting one 0. That is 68.1 when put one 0. And write this the same. That is 72.12. Therefore, this decimal become like decimal. Then here some decimals are like and some others are unlike. So we have to convert all this into like decimal. Here we have 1 digit, here 2, here 2, here we have 3. So we have to make all as 3. That means 1.700. We have to put 2 zeros. Then next one 2.310. Then 4.320. Then 18.462. So in order to convert this unlike decimals to like decimal, we have to add 0 to the extreme right of the decimal number. Clear? Dear children, I hope you understood today's class. Thank you.